Right, lads and lasses. As my computer struggles to do anything today, we're going to be talking about Keffals, a male to female trans person, much like myself, but unlike me, has done a lot of damage to the community. A very lot of damage. In fact, as you can see by this wall of text, this is a constant going on thing, and I have this set the latest. Now, Keffals does not seem to be aware, at least not that I know of how bad some of the stuff that she's done is. So, we're going to start with a little bit of background on who Keffals is. Keffals is a streamer on Twitch. I'm not talking bad about the fact that, you know, I'm going to be nice and say she instead of he. And before somebody goes in my comments, please remember, I'm also in that same boat. Son of a bitch. Start recording correctly, damn it. But I'm also in that same boat. As my computer's constantly going, I can't do it. My computer's struggling today. It's been struggling for a couple of days now. I tried streaming and yeah, it's not very happy with me right now. And the sad part is I'm trying to get a new one, but I don't have the funds right now. I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on in the background to get a new computer. So, pretty much having to take out sponsors, which is not ideal for me. But let's see. Keffals. Keffals is a streamer on Twitch, all the female trans, has been implicated in constant controversies. I mean, repeated controversies, and then uses the trans flag to get out of it, as well as using people that support trans rights to harass and bemoan people. That's right, if you harass me on the behalf of Keffals, you are actually harassing a tranny. But, I digress, we're going to keep going with this. Keffals, and as far as I can tell, because I haven't done a lot of deep diving due to hardware limitations I'm having currently, ran a Discord server called Catboy Ranch. Catboy Ranch apparently was grooming minor catboys that Keffals would flirt with and do other things with in order to get some kind of sick pleasure out of. Beyond that, Keffals also has ran for the Communist Party in Canada, I believe, but also embezzled something like 200 grand while running for parliament to feed an opiate addiction. One of the other rumors I've heard that I cannot confirm is that Keffals has or guilt tripped her dying father into getting her the gender reassignment surgery, as it's known today, bottom surgery, I believe. There's a lot of things that can be said about Keffals. I have seen people trying to defend Keffals going, oh, well, they donate a lot to trans charities, which is absolutely not true, because I can find absolutely no mentions or anything like that. As somebody that does donate to a bunch of charities. But let's see. Keffals has gotten verified. Oh no. But let's see. Currently, there is a war between Keffals and Kiwifarms. Why is there a little bit of a Twitter spat between Keffal and Kiwifarms? Well, fascist Keffals And I'm saying this because there is an art of her that says fascist, and she said, my friend drew that. You don't understand what it means. So you're actively calling yourself a fascist. So Keffals has decided that the fact that Kiwi Farms has threads on her is bad. I totally meant to close my phone. And that is just not something that they are okay with. That being said, everything going on up until that point is a very interesting thing. See, like I said, there's a lot of things in Keffal's history that is just terrible. Just horrible things from a horrible person. As for the rest of it, well, unfortunately, I have to go through this, and I don't want to go through this at all. I don't like going through this. I didn't say remove something. Yeah, there's a little watermark down at the bottom of the screen. Anyways. Things that Keffals has been curiously implicated in include it might surprise some of I'm just going to read this tweet because it came up. This might surprise some of you, but I can't but you can support trans people without dick riding Keffals in her replies. Absolutely true. You don't have to support somebody you disagree with. I mean, a lot of people don't support me. Fucking hell. Come on, computer. Stop dragging. Ugh. I really need to replace you. I know. You're struggling on me. Honestly, I think actively supporting against Keffals is better for trans people because if we can show that normal trans people don't like people like that, it would be good for our rep. It is actually probably true that it is better for your rep not to support somebody like Keffals. She has done a lot for the trans community. But now she's just hurting it more and more with every fuck up she's doing recently. I disagree. She really hasn't done anything for us except stir up controversy for her own sake. Absolutely true. I was talking about charities and the massive amounts of money donated to trans organizations. Has she actively done that? I can't find anything about it. That was the only. Fuck me. That was the only argument I had that was in her favor. I hope she fucking did. Kiwi is down right now, but this was the only mention of her raising money. Also, considering that she apparently used funds from CPUSA to fund her opioid addiction, I wouldn't be surprised if that 200K went to drugs. I don't know if CPUSA is the party she ran for, if she ran for the Canadian version. I know she lives in Canada. I know she's fled Canada to the US recently. I don't know where, and again, I am not a big fan of doxing. And I thought that horrible person was at least did something right. Fucking hell. No. No, that horrible person uses the trans flag to protect themselves from criticism. That is my biggest gripe with Keffals. There's apparently even esports players that are protecting and promoting Keffals. Ugh. I'm browsing Wikipedia on the Kiwi Farms for sources to my claims of criminal activity. Oh, to my claims of criminal activity. This Axios article documents the swatting against Keffals and others that was perpetrated by Kiwi Farms users. Campaign pushes Cloudflare users to drop trans hate site. Again, I'm not so sure that Kiwi Farms is that much of a trans hate site, especially since Josh Moon, also known as Noel, has been called a tranny before. Of course, you have black people. I hate this design. It implies that the original flag was not inclusive of trans people, black people, and brown people. The original flag was designed by a friend of the first openly elected gay politician in the United States, and I see it as an important part of our history. Is it just me or this flag design? I actually agree that the flag's awful. It's a terrible flag. It absolutely is a terrible flag. However, However, there are people that's going to say that I'm being racist over that. I just really don't like that flag design. The rainbow flag was actually originally used by the Rainbow Coalition, which included Sons of the Confederacy, Black Panthers, and there was one other group, and I can't remember who it was. But let's see. A hypersexualized environment that's also filled with minors is a good start. Wow. I haven't doxed anyone, nor am I calling for violence. You just public address to a business in Ukraine. You don't even understand what doxing is. Why can Keffals call for violence? Keffals can't admit it. But Andrew Tate is banned. Because current thing says that trans people can do whatever they want, apparently. I support your takedown of Kiwi Farms, but I don't support the method that you are using for it. This is doxing. It is a public address, but you are literally calling for people to harass the server host. If you get into a fight, you better be prepared to fight dirty, or else you're going to lose. KF deserves no mercy. Again, don't support, or not a big fan of Kiwi Farms. At all. And then there's some just weird ones. People defending Keffals as if the police didn't find human remains and evidence of cannibalism in their home. I heard that every day she goes to a different orphanage, picks a kid at random, promises them a loving home and family, fills out all the paperwork, and then leaves without the kid, laughing manically as she does so. She came back for my brother years ago. She gave us both a cell phone and told me that I could talk to him whenever we wanted. I've never heard from him again. Just some of the replies to this stuff is kind of funny and memey, but not true. Also, while you're at it, here's your fucking proof. Internet Wave, cache your Twitter. I just compiled more than 250 names, people trying to censor Kiwi Farms by supporting Drop Kiwi Farms agenda and hashtag. Wow. You can realize that you can take a page out of the Kiwi Farms playbook and call me an anti-Semite 1,000 times, and that doesn't make it true, right? That actually sounds about right. Again, I take all sources on the internet with a grain of salt, because all sources on the internet will often contradict each other. That is just the nature of how the internet works. Rumors say 2 weeks to flatten a curve. Oh, wow. Want to guess how many receipts attached to this post? Again, Keffals started this, or somebody started this. This is just getting bad. So, Keffals told Josh that the police were looking into Kiwi Farms. So Josh posted a message on Kiwi Farms that showed Keffals ran a Discord server where she'd flirt with minors. And then Keffals said she's fleeing the country because people want her dead. Is Keffals a pedophile? If the allegations are true, flirting with minors and escaping your country would make her a pedophile. From which country did she escape from? It's true. Keffals has been known as a pedophile for months at this point. I see. Do you know which country Keffals was in and which country Keffals is in now? Nah. I did see the screenshots of this Discord, though. Fucking creep. I think he lived in California before the glowies kicked down his door. She... I like that. She definitely won't be escaping because she felt hunted down. The police in California won't hunt you for being a transsexual leftist politician. They will hunt you for being a pedophile. Bad excuse from Keffals. Nobody's hunting that thing. Sam Hyde would be in charge on the hunt. Sam Hyde should be. No, I'm pretty sure Keffals was in California or was in Canada when that happened. A couple of bad forms from years back, sure. The fact that even admitted in the KF compilation, but the most recent allegations only run her interacting based on trans political identities. As my alarm goes off. And medical suggestions. KS, of course, runs with, look, she didn't stop talking to minors, guys. I will admit I do interact with minors, but at the point that they say that they're a minor, I don't do the whole flirty thing. I mean, it is the internet after all, and I am on a few public discords. I support your campaign to take down kiwifarms, but I don't support the method in which you're using for it. This is doxing. Yes, it's a public address, but you are literally calling for people to arrest server hosts, which is absolutely true, because that is exactly what they're pointing out. You see, that's the thing. All of this is a war in which one side can be as dirty as they want, and other side, the other side is expected to play nicely, which is not a good thing. It is actually a very bad thing. But I don't really have much more time to talk about this, or to go over this drama, because this is drama. Even though I find it funny, I find it hilarious. I don't have much more time. Also, my computer just spiked in heat again, so ooh. Anyways, I've been Jackie Wolf. If you like my content, you can hit me up on Patreon. There's other places that you can donate to. I try to stream 4 or 5 times a week. I try. Like earlier today when I was streaming, my computer kept overheating. And again, I don't agree with doxing or swatting people. I honestly think that is terrible. Because even if I disagree with somebody, I do believe life is sacred. And furthermore, you can hit me up on the social media. I'm currently revamping a Facebook page or two so that people can interact with me there. We're working on some things behind the scenes, including we're getting me and a couple of friends are actually colluding on a Discord because we're colluding on some other media projects, as well as doing some other things. But as I said, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment below. And in all honesty, look, don't just go around attacking people because somebody you like or something like that. You should have at least a decent conversation about it. I'll probably be reading the Kiwi forums or the Kiwi farms stuff when it comes back up, just so that I am actually somewhat informed, because like I said, being informed on one side or the other is just not good. And beyond that, again, thanks for watching. Bye bye now.